Chick-fil-A. Hey man, that's where I got saved at Chick-fil-A, real talk. I took one bite of that sandwich, I just started crying. I asked that cashier, was like, can you pray for me? She was like, my pleasure. 2 weeks later, I was baptized in a sweet tea, and here I am, Atlanta, Georgia. What's up, everybody? I always like to do a little music quiz before we get started. Just figure out what kind of Christians we got here. I'm gonna play some music. If you recognize the song, you just sing the next part of it. It's real simple, just so I figure out what kind of crowd we got here tonight. We'll start off easy, track number 1. You're good. Okay, good, yeah, all right, no, I said, look at the white girl, was already crying. Yeah. Ocean's next, yeah. I can't stand that song. Okay. What about track 2? Does anybody know this one? What a bunch of weirdos, man. Why are they teaching kids that song? It makes no sense. Like, no wonder new people don't want to come to church. You got kids on the playground walking like this. What? We're weird. Church people are weird, aren't we? We speak our own language in church. People walk in new to church the first time. We're like, I'm gonna wash you in the blood. They're like, I'm calling the cops. What? We were in the back of church the other day singing that song, How He Loves Us. You know that song? The guy next to me must have been new. He leans over and goes, dude, who's Howie? I was like, I don't know. It sounds like he loves us, though. What about, we'll give this one a shot. Does anybody know track 3?
We are farmers.
What a bunch of hillbillies, man. I love Atlanta, man. I love Atlanta. What about, if you grew up in church like me, you know this song, you know this one, track 4.
If you like to
What a bunch of weirdos, man. Yeah. You grew up just like me. Yeah, you grew up in church, yeah. My dad was a pastor. I was the worst behaved kid in church. One time, me and my brothers put a fish in the baptismal. We did. My dad didn't realize till halfway through. Jesus, we just pray. Hi! He goes, Becky, through this baptism, you are about to be finding healing. I'm like, Becky about to be finding Nemo. That's a different story. What about if you're real? You know the words to this one, track 5. Stop, no more, no hand motions, please. Look at the homeschoolers, like, I don't know how to spell this one. I'm only in 9th grade, Mom, I didn't learn that yet. I was homeschooled, I can make that joke, I was homeschooled. Yeah, a lot of people make fun of homeschool. A lot of people make fun of homeschool. I don't make fun of it. To me, it was the goodest thing that ever happened to me. Homeschool was great. Like homeschool was weird. I was one of 8. I was homeschooled 1st to 8th grade, and then my parents sent me to public school. How was that a plan for a kid? I got bored of the bus with, like, in 9th grade with like some homemade sandals and a John the Baptist lunch box. Who wants to be friends? Well, yeah. When I was a kid, I grew up in church, and I was in charge of offering entertainment one Sunday. It was the 6th grade. I did a choreographed dance to my favorite Christian song of all time. It was in 6th grade. And I just proved to you that Christian music you heard as a kid, you'll never forget it. It's stuck in your brain. And sometimes that song I danced to in 6th grade comes back into my life now at like inopportune times. You know, it makes me want to. You guys have Hobby Lobby here? Do you have Hobby Lobby? Yeah. All right, so straight up the other day, it was just a busy Saturday afternoon. I was just walking through Hobby Lobby, minding my own business. know what I'm saying? You get opportunities to go in a bunch of different third world countries on mission trips. I've been to lots of different third world countries: Uganda, Guatemala, Tucker. It's a good place. A crazy girl thing about the church, we learned the Bible too young. I started using it against my mom all the time. She'd be like, "Do you think Jesus would hit his brother at the dinner table? Do you think Jesus would hit his brother?" I'd be like, "Probably not, but I don't think Mary would have locked Jesus in the car to go get a pedicure." All the time, baby. And my last name's pronounced Crist. Sometimes telemarketers will call the house and be like, "Is Mr. Christ there?" I'd be like, "Nope, he's gone." They'd be like, "Where's he at?" I was like, "I don't know, he left like 2,000 years ago." They're like, "When's he gonna be back?" I was like, "I don't know, he told us to be ready at any second." George is crazy though, I like it being here. But we were driving in, we drove down from Nashville last night. We were driving in, and I saw like a trailer park type like neighborhood, and the guy had a Confederate flag. Yeah. I was like, why would you ever wave that flag? You know what I'm saying? Just like, "Hey everybody, second place." You know? It's like, "Hey everybody, UGA football fan." Like, it just went to Oh man, I was so nervous to tell that joke, man. I don't know where these thoughts come from. They just sneak into my head. These thoughts, I don't know. Even the Bible says, "Take the thoughts captive." All the thoughts are going by. Sometimes I just grab the wrong one. You ever done that? You know what I'm saying? You ever been just driving to work, being a responsible, mature adult, you see that cyclist on the side of the road, like, I wonder if I just like... Like, not kill him, just like scare him a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Share the road, share the ditch, buddy. There's plenty of road out there. I don't like that. I don't like the cyclists. I don't know where these thoughts come from. They just sneak in. All that they just sneak right. I don't know where. Like, you ever said the wrong thing in church? All the time. You ever said the wrong thing? Actually, we had meet and greet time at church the other day. I shook this lady's hand next to me. She goes, "Oh, your hands are warm." I was like, "Yeah, they've been in my pants." I was like, I gotta find a new church. All the time, we were growing up in church, it was crazy. My youth pastor makes a noise for your youth pastor, makes a noise for your youth pastor. I'll tell you right now, your youth pastor's better than my youth pastor. My youth pastor was crazy. Here was this rule for all the boys in the youth group. He said, if you don't have a job, you can't have a girlfriend. No job, no girlfriend. Good rule, right? Yeah. Until one day I raised my hand and I go, what if I got 2 jobs? He's like, I don't know, try the Mormon church. I don't know. Come on, I always like to do this. I can do a Bible quiz just to figure out what kind of Christians we got in here. I'm going to say a Bible verse, and just to test your youth pastor. If he's teaching you the right stuff, I'm going to say a Bible. If you just finish it. For God so loved the world, He gave His only begotten. I can do all things through Christ who gives me. Good. Okay, last week somebody said money. I was like, what do you go to Joel Osteen's church? Just jokes. I don't know where these thoughts come from. They just sneak into my head. I don't know. I try to be a better Christian, but it's hard. You ever had anyone ask you to pray for something so stupid, you're just like, I ain't praying for that. You're like, I ain't even gonna write this one down. All the time. Somebody asked me to pray for them the other day. They go, can you pray for my son? I was like, what, is he sick? He's in the hospital? They go, no, tomorrow he's in the finals of a karate tournament. How am I supposed to pray for that? Jesus, just be with the orphans and widows. Also, you know Connor. When he steps out on that mat tomorrow, would you just direct his feet to kick that child in the face? Like, I ain't praying for your sick cat, you know what I'm saying? Now, dog, maybe, not a cat, okay? It's crazy, but church is crazy. I gotta wrap this up here in a second. I'll be up in Section 220 will sign it on. I'll also take a photo with you. Usually my set's like 30 minutes every night, but like Matthew West showed up and he's like, your time's cut in half, John. So that's a joke, but church is crazy. If you don't grow up in church, you're like, you don't know. Have you ever been to a baby dedication church? It is the strangest. Bring the lights down. We're dedicating the babies. Shh, babies are coming out. Like everybody's there. This is the first time all these people are at church. We should make it an event. You know what I'm saying? Spice it up. Making sure this is how we get new people. Like, what if the pastor's just like, give me this baby? You want the baby? I'm dedicating one baby at a time. The pastor picks up the baby, walks to the center of the stage, like,